Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troll.
(1973 to 1976). Welcome back, baseball fans. The 1973-76 Carryover League. We got a game today between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is a best-of-5 series again. Actually, to this point this year, everything's been best-of-5s. Got a couple more after this. And then we'll move into best-of-7s, best-of-3s, so forth. Let's take a look at what happened in the first games of this series. It opens up in Arizona. Pirates go to the desert. John Candelaria versus Bruce Del Canton. Pirates get a run in the first, add a couple in the sixth. After 5 scoreless innings, Candelaria surrenders a single walk, double, and the game's tied at 3. Both pitchers are pulled after 6. Steve Stone comes out of the pen. This is intriguing because Del Canton was in the bullpen a year ago. Stone was in the rotation, and they flip-flopped this year because Del Canton's card is now better. And Stone kind of proved that in the 7th inning by giving up a double, a single, a walk, and a 3-run homer by the Cobra Dave Parker, and that's pretty much your ball game. 6-run 7th inning. Pirates go on to win 9-5. Candelaria gets the win as they rallied for him after in the bottom of the 7th, or top of the 7th. And Steve Stone takes the defeat. Arizona has not won a game yet this year. They were swept 3 straight by the Phillies, and now they've lost 4 in a row. Pirates want to keep burying the team that's struggling, and oh boy, do they ever in game 2 here. It's Alan Foster for the Pirates against Reggie Cleveland for Arizona. It starts out promising for the Diamondbacks. In the first inning, you get a Merv Retman double, John Knox single, a walk to Hal Breeden, and Dave May 3-run homer. 4-zip Diamondbacks. After that, Pittsburgh scores 13 unanswered runs. Led mostly by the red-hot Al Oliver and Manny Sanguillen batting 2nd and 3rd, asking those two cats to carry more weight, as to not always rely on Stargell and Parker and Hebner so much. But they just get a homer in this game by Hebner and a homer by Gene Lamont, by the way. Just a late draft add-in. He went 3 for 5 today with a 3-run homer. Foster gets the win, 6 2/3. Reggie Cleveland gets lit up. And the Boo Birds are out in Arizona. Good for them. They get to get on a plane and fly to Pittsburgh, where we are today for a Game 3. Pirates have now started this year 5-2. And this is an opportunity to secure some early season success. Get rid of Arizona today. Don't let this team linger, this wounded animal. Don't keep them alive. Stop the bleeding now. Put the Arizona Diamondbacks out of their misery so that they can... they're in a tough division with the Reds and the Cubs. So the Pirates missed the playoffs a year ago because of a tough division schedule coming off a World Series. This is the whatever you call that. Retribution year, maybe not. This is the revenge year, maybe? Yeah, after missing the playoffs a year ago, Pittsburgh wants to come out and flog their enemies, and why not just start with a cream puff? Game number 3 for your Arizona Diamondbacks. It'll be Jeff Zahn. Zahn in 74 was 3-5 with a 2.03 ERA for the Dodgers in 80 innings. And for your Pirates, it's going to be Bruce Kison. He's happy to be starting. He has been stuck in the bullpen as there has not been a slot for him in the rotation until finally they got a slot open for him. He's 9-8 with a 3.49 ERA in 1974. So that is your matchup today here in wonderful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We've got a turn it down a bit. We've got Game 3. Leading off for the Diamondbacks is Stevie Ray Braun, 111, grounds the third. Merv Retman, 69, triple 105. It's a triple. John Knox, that's a great baseball name, 34, a comebacker to the mound. The runner stays at third. And Dave May, same role, pitcher A. Bottom of the first. Against the lefty, Pirates have changed their lineup. They have Omar Moreno, Lamont, and Milborn on the bench. Which is weird because Richie Zisk has hardly played this year, and he's a 324 hitter. They wanted to see what they can get with Lamont in the lineup, and apparently a lot for whatever reason. So that's fine in the early season. I mean, Zisk will most likely be the everyday DH at some point pretty soon, you'd think. But leading off for the Pirates is George Theodore. 39's a strikeout. Al Oliver, 1-6. Homer, 1-10 double. That's 2 base hit. Oliver shuffles between first base and center field. Manny Sanguillen, 2-2, flies to left. And with 2 outs, Willie Stargell, 37, is a K. Top of 2. It's Hal Breeden. 2-4, left. Ed Herman, 57, base hit. Mike Vail, 68. Double 1-10 off of Keeson. Connects. 2 base hit. Herman holds the third. Second and third, 1 out. It's Mike Egan. 3-6 is a strikeout. He's really struggling for the Diamondbacks. And with 2 outs and 2 on, it's Mario Mendoza, one-time Pittsburgh Pirate. 5-11, left X. Out in left field, Theodore's a 3-5. And he surrenders double ... That's a tough break for the Pirates. And Mario Mendoza gets some revenge against his former team. Actually was a Pirate in 74. 2-zip. Back up top to Stevie Ray Braun. 39's a walk. Inning continues for Merv Retman. 54, third X. Now this is trouble because Hebner has really fallen off defensively. He's a 4.33. But he makes the play. He was once a 3.12 at third base. Now he's a 4.33. My goodness. All right, 2-0. Pirates came back 4-0 to win 13-4 in Game 2. And they're at home. So they're not bothered by the deficit. Dave Parker, 47, single 1-12, rolls 13. Ernie Stennett, 66, pops to first. And Richie Zisk, 34, grounds to third. Top of the third, it's John Knox, 3-11. Flies to center field. Dave May, 56, flies to center field. Hal Breeden, 47, is a K. Starting to settle down a bit here. Bottom of the third is Richie Hebner. 68, pops to second. Tavares, 36, grounds short. And back up top to George Theodore. 66 is a pop out to first base. Pirates a little quiet today. Into the fourth. Easy Ed Herman, 1-9, triple 108 is a base hit. Mike Vail, 52, pitcher B. Mike Hegan, 210, yeah, he's finally got a hit. A base hit to left field. Vail holds at second base. Mario Mendoza has the RBIs today. 67 is a K. And with 2 outs and 2 on, back up top to Stevie Ray Braun. 4-11 off Keeson, his first X. Now Pops is there. It's a 4.20 at first, but he makes a defensive play. So we've had defensive plays by Hebner and Stargell that have helped the Pirates get off the field. Just 2-zip. Diamondbacks could have made some more noise than they have. Relying on Zahn to somehow keep the Pirates quiet as a lefty. Definitely, Pirates are better versus righties with all those left-handed bats. Here's one of them, Al Oliver. 1-5. Let's take a look at this card. He is red hot to start this year. Al Oliver's 76. 323 average. 12 homers, 22 doubles. and the ability to play center field and first base, and they shuffle them back and forth, believe it or not, between lefties and righties. And Stargell moves between left field and first base, and Richie Zisk moves into and out of the outfield, and Moreno moves into the out of the outfield. You get the idea. The Pirates just have a lot of bodies. They got about 10 starters in 9 positions, so that's the dilemma that they face. 1-5 for Al Oliver is a solo shot, and it's 2-1. Sanguian 2-3, pops to third. Willie Stargell 63, first X. Hegan's good defensively at 2-14, but he makes an error here. Pops is at first for Dave Parker, 48. Second X, second baseman, is Stevie Ray Braun, a 4-30. And yes, cover your eyes, this Arizona defense is pretty awful. Well, at least second and third are both 30s and 37s. Shortstop and first is okay. Mendoza and Hegan are fine. The other two guys, not so much. So the second base is a 4-30, and that's a single ... We got runners in the corners, 1 out. Bring the infield up, trying to hold the lead for Rennie Stennett. 39, and guess what? You brought the infield up, and that's a single. You play it back, it's an inning double play, and that's kind of the way Arizona's year has gone. Base hit Rennie Stennett, we got a tie game. Runners in the corners, 1 out. Oh, let's keep it. Oh, actually, with Zisk, we're going to play it back. I don't think he's got many ground ball Bs on his card. 68's a pop to first. And with 2 outs, Richie Hebner. And he grounds to second base. 2-2 in the 5th. Merv Retman, 49, is a walk. John Knox, 46, another walk. Keeson, having control issues here. Dave May, 310. Lies right. Hal Breeden, 110, is a strikeout. And Ed Herman, 2-4. Flies to center field. Keeson gets out of the mess. He's put a lot of guys on today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. Only 2 have scored. Bottom of the 5th from Three River Stadium. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
All right, the Pirates. They have them right where they want them. Number 9 hitter, Frank Tavares. 64 off Zahn is third X. Oh, yeah, that's how you want to start a rally. We got John Knox. He's your good old 40-37 on the road third baseman. This could be... it's a 2-base hit, as a matter of fact. I mean, they're a tough team as it is. You don't want to give them extra outs. Back up top to George Theodore. 2-8, let's take a look at this guy. His name is George Theodore. He actually was a New York Met in 1973. Pittsburgh got him to be sort of a defensive corner outfielder against lefties because Zisk has no range, nor does Stargell. They want somebody who can get to some balls in the outfield. They don't have Bill Robinson. He would be the guy, but Bill Robinson is on the Ohio Players. So George Theodore fills that bill. 2-8 is single ... and that is your potential Gorby game-winning RBI for Theodore as the Pirates take a lead. They still have game-winning RBI? I think they got rid of that. Al Oliver, 47, single 1-12 off Zahn. He gets it. 2-on for Manny Sanguian. 22, flies to left. Pop Stargell, 310 is a K. And with 2 outs, the Cobra. 210, flies to right. Nice finish after a bad start in that inning, but the Pirates have a 3-2 lead. Into the 6th, it's Mike Vail. 58, pops to first. Mike Hegan, 37, it's K. And Mario Mendoza, 2-3, grounds to second base. Keeson gets through 6 as a starter 6 with a lead. Practically will be yanked in the 7th as to make sure he doesn't catch a loss in this. Zahn is a starter 6. They like to push him. He's probably one of the most effective pitchers. Well, after Reggie Cleveland and Bruce Del Canton getting let up, you see why. I'd like to push Zahn, so let's see what happens here in the 6th. Rennie Stennett, 63, pitcher X. And Zahn, can you field your position? No. You're You're an E36. And that's an error. Just like last inning, a gift to start the Pirate Rally. Richie Zisk, 37 is a K. Richie Hebner, 2-8, to base hit to left field. Stennett, 13 runner, will not go coast to coast. First and second for Tavares. 1-5, center, B question mark. Could have been a sac fly attempt if you would have gone coast to coast, but they were conservative there. With 2 outs, it's George Theodore. 1-7 is a grounder to third, and the inning is over. Now, the Pirates are being overly conservative now. They could have gotten Zahn out of there, and they didn't. We got a 3-2 game in the 7th inning. This should be a fun finish here. Keeson will start the 7th inning. I think if Braun gets on, though, he's gone. So we'll see here. Stevie Ray Braun, 48, is a fly ball to right. He'll pitch at least through Retman. 5'11", Retman, left X. This is Theodore, 3E5. And he makes the grab, which gives him... They're looking over... there's going to be a mound visit. They're going to talk to this guy about how they want to pitch the next couple batters. All right, he'll face John Knox. 58 is a fly ball to center field. So the lefty May will lead off next inning, and Herman will be the third hitter. I think that'll be it for Keeson today, probably. 3-2 game here in Pittsburgh. Stretch time. We are listening to The Intruder. This is a fun little collection here. This is the Intruders versus Harold Melvin's Blue Notes, live in concert. Recent concert of the elderly gentlemen now, older gentlemen, if we should say, playing together, doing catalogs of both groups. You get We'll Be United When We Get Married. But then we get Cowboys to Girls. And then The Love I Lost by Harold Melvin, who once had Teddy Pendergrass in the band. So a nice little concert get-together of 2 soul classics together in one live show. Must have been a lot of fun. Bottom of the 7th inning. 3-2 game. Zahn, I think he'll pitch through the devastating lefties Oliver, Stargell, Parker, and we'll see what we get after that. So Al Oliver, who is 3 for 3 today, he's red hot this year, hitting well over 400. 54. Center X, here comes this defense again. But Dave May's pretty good. He's a 2E10 in center field. Excuse me, 2E10. Makes the grab. Sanguian, 2-5. Short. And Stargell. 3-5's a walk. Here's your final batter, Dave Parker. 2-7, double 1-7 is single dot. Runners on the corners, 2 outs for Stennett. And they're going to hook Zahn in a move that'll probably backfire, as the moves usually have been this year for the winless Diamondbacks. Let's take a look at a couple of guys. We'll look at Stennett stepping into the box here with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Rennie Stennett, 75. He hits 286. Moreover, he's a 2 defensively. That might matter the most. Stennett has had 353 seasons and 330 seasons. One with horrific defense. One year he was a 1, hitting 336, which is amazing. Here he's right in between. As a 2, hitting 286 in 75. But the Diamondbacks are going to bring Dick Bainey out of the bullpen as what we call righty who gets righties out. Was on the Cincinnati Reds in 73, 2-1 in 31 innings with a 2.90 ERA. Short sample size. Dick Bainey in the 7th, trying to keep those Diamondbacks in this game. And here's the pitch to Rennie Stennett. 210 right in Rennie's wheelhouse. Homer, 1-11, and it's gone on a 3. Well, 210's going to be a homer on anybody, lefty or righty, doesn't really matter. But yeah, it just seems to hurt a lot more when you make the pitching change and it happens. Rennie Stennett with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th, and the Pirates get that cushion. And oh yeah, they want that sweep. They can taste it now. They have a 6-2 lead, and there's movement in the Pirate bullpen to finish this thing off. Now you got Richie Zisk. 57 is a strikeout. Can the Pirates improve the defense the rest of the way? Not really. They'll just take this into the 8th. Keeson will leave after 7. We're going to start the inning off with the lefty Luke Walker. Walker for the Pirates in 73. 7-12, 4.65 ERA. Pretty bad numbers, but you have to remember the Pirates got rid of Ramon Hernandez, who statistically was a great pitcher for them, but in Strat-O-Matic, he is getting knocked around. All you have to do is go back to the World Series against the Tigers 2 years ago. He had an ERA of 12. So the Pirates clearly soured on him and dealt him to Cleveland in the offseason. So Walker can pitch from the left side, and then hopefully the Pirates are thinking with Jim Rooker and John Candelario on the team, they won't need to go to a lefty that frequently late in games. But here we are, top of the 8th inning, and it'll be Dave May. 1-8 is a ground to first. Hal Breeden, 47's a walk. And batting for Ed Herman will be Bruce Miller. Doesn't have any home runs, so Walker will pitch to him. Arizona kind of wants Walker to stay in versus Justy, so let's see if this tactic works. Bruce Miller, 4-11, is another walk off the Walker card, so that did work. He got an extra man on. Now you got Mike Vail, and he's actually better against righties, so Walker continues to Mike Vail. 55 is second C. Second and third, and it's Mike Hegan. And this is the case, you bring in a righty, they go to a righty. Hegan hits lefties reasonably well, he'll pitch to him. 63, center X. Al Oliver's out there. He's a 3-7 in center field. And he cannot corral the ball. It's a base hit. If you're wondering about Moreno, he can't field that well yet either. He's a 3-16. Eventually we know Moreno to be a 1 center fielder, but not at this age for him. He's a rookie. So that becomes single ... and that becomes a 2-run single because of that ground out previously. And we got a ball game. It's 6-4. And now you got Mario Mendoza. And now I think you have to go with a chance at a home run here. We're going to go Pedro Garcia. Take a look at Pedro Garcia, 1975. Just a 225 hitter, but all the powers against lefties. Plenty of homers. And this will clearly get Justy into the game. Dave Justy will come on in the 8th. They're asking him to get a 4-out save. Dave Justy, 73. He was 9-2, 236 ERA. What a great run he had for the Pirates from 71 to 73. With ERA, sub-2 ERAs in 2 of the 3 years, 99 innings. Ask him to get a 4-out save here. It'll be Justy against Pedro Garcia with a runner at first and 2 outs. Tie run. Here's the pitch to Pedro Garcia. 1-3's a walk. Diamondbacks are still alive. They got 2 on and 2 outs, and it's going to be leadoff hitter Steve Braun. Let's take a look at him. Oh, gotta love this guy. Got an opportunity to play every day in 1975 for the Twins with over 500 plate appearances. Eventually, he'll become a pinch hitter in the National League later in his career. But a 3.02 average, 11 home runs for the 75 Twins. Defense was always a problem. They tried him at third, they tried him at second, they tried him in the outfield. He's really suited to be a DH or pinch hitter type. But he represents the lead run against Dave Justy. Here's the pitch to Stevie Ray Braun. 2-4, just misses the column. And he grounds the second base, and it's a 6-4 game. All right, we need a catcher. And that will be Bill Plummer. Actually, Plummer will go in for Garcia since John Knox. We want to leave John Knox in the game. Or actually, Plummer will come in for Stevie Ray Braun. Knox will go to third. Garcia will play second. All right, bottom of the 8th. Plus, there's no more lefties in the Pirate bullpen for Knox to worry about. Bottom of the 8th. Bainey. He's got Hebner, Tavares, Theodore Oliver, Sanguian. 3 of the 5 guys are righties, so he'll leave them in. Hebner, 49, flies a right. Tavares, 38, grounds a short. Back up top to Theodore. 58, flies left. We go to the 9th. 6-4 game. Justy made it somewhat interesting with a walk, but then he got the 3rd out of the 8th. It's going to be Retman, Knox, and May in the 9th with a 2-run lead. Dave Justy. And here's the pitch to Merv Retman leading off in the 9th. 2-4, flies to left. And if you're wondering about Arizona, you drop back-to-back sweeps and start -6. It's going to be a long road to any chance of A, 500, or B, going to the playoffs, which, yeah. In a division that's kind to expansion teams, all 4 of those teams are in the same division. Arizona, Colorado, Las Vegas, Portland. So somebody goes. So the carpet was rolled out for the Diamondbacks. They've just refused to entertain productivity this year. Here is John Knox. 57 off Justy's a K, and it comes down to Dave May. Let's take a look at this guy, the bright spot. The best player, in air quotes, for the Diamondbacks. He was a Milwaukee Brewer in 1973. 303 with 25 home runs and 670 plate appearances. As far as the Brewers go, he really wouldn't be part of them when they become very good in the post-Robin Yount years. Because they'll have Gorman Thomas, Lezcano, Ogilvy. They won't need Dave May anymore. But in between, he was very important to the Brewers. And that's one of the reasons why Arizona went out and got him in a deal. Here's your pitch to Dave May. 111 is a roller to first. And another sweep. We have sweepage, folks. And if you've been following, it's involved the Arizona Diamondbacks on at least 2 occasions this year. That's your ball game. Your Pittsburgh Pirates did what they wanted to do. And an aha, gotcha moment. The Pirates are now 6-2 to start the year with a 6-4 victory. We'll take this right into the post game. Bruce Keeson does collect the victory. Zahn the defeat. We'll do the box right here. We'll give Mr. Justy a save. A 4-out save for Dave Justy. He walked a guy and struck out a guy. Luke Walker, he gave up a hit, 2 runs, and 2 walks. Did get a couple guys out. 7 very strong innings for Bruce Keeson, giving up 6 hits and a couple runs early. And then, nothing beyond that. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Dick Bainey did a nice job. Extended home run, not a nice job. Yeah. But like I said, that home run on a 210 goes against any pitcher. He just happened to be the one who threw it. So he gives up a homer and a K. Everything else charged to Zahn in another defeat. 9 hits and 5 runs. 1, 2, 3 are earned, 4 are earned. All walk, 4 strikeouts. 1019-0108 61047 6615-1566. That is a game 3. My goodness, folks. And yeah, you could say, well, the Pirates are playing an easy schedule, right? Well, it depends on how you look at it. Because the whole division is playing the Mountain Time Zone teams. So the Reds will end up with Las Vegas. I think the Cubs drew Colorado, or who or was it Portland? Forget who they drew. But all the teams in this highly contested division will face a cupcake in the expansion time zone. So the Pirates did get the 3-game sweep. So it's up to the Reds and the Cubs to sweep their similar opponent. We'll look at who they play in the schedule. Your Pirates are 6-2. They're at 279 with a 341 earned run average. And fantastic starts for Oliver and Parker. 13 for 34 and 38. Sanguian was hot. He cooled off a little bit after that day. He's only 8 for 35 now. We talked about Gene Lamont. He's 8 for 19. So there's a guy who is arguably one of the worst cards in the entire league, and he's hitting 421 for the Pirates. And he's keeping Richie Zisk off the field. Zisk has 10 plate appearances. He's 2 for 10. This portends well for the Pirates because once Gene Lamont gets to 30 plate appearances, they could put him on the shelf and not even use him if they don't want to, and just only use him in case Sanguian gets injured. But they don't really need to play Gene Lamont. They're just doing it because they're 6-2. They're red hot. So that's a case of catching lightning in a bottle with a scrub player. I think Lamont hits 185 otherwise. Now let's take a look at Arizona. Oh boy. Big goose egg there. No wins, 6 losses. They're hitting 233 and the ERA is 741. Run differential, they've scored 25. They've given up 47 runs in 6 games. Do the math. That is not pretty at all. No, sir. They're led by nobody, really, right? How can they be led by anything? We got 7 hits for Merv Retman. He's 7 for 22. But yeah, that's pretty sad. 75 games in the books. The league's hitting 262 with a 388 ERA presently. Break up the Pirates. They did what they should have done. Oh, before we break up the Pirates, and I'll get to that in a moment, let's check the schedule again. Arizona, Pittsburgh at Arizona. Yeah, so Pittsburgh 6-2, Arizona's 0-6. So Cincinnati will play Las Vegas, and the Cubs will play Colorado. Cincinnati will play Las Vegas their 3rd series of the year. Cubs will play Colorado the 5th series of the year. St. Louis plays Portland the 4th series of the year, as far as that week division goes. Now we can break up the Pirates. They took care of business. 3-game sweep. They're 6-2. Thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you next time.